Hello, Flosstube. It's Amber, Robe Mama Stitcher from Instagram, and now Flosstube. So, hope everybody's having a great Monday. I have a fully finished object, and let's see, and then I have a couple whips to show you. Oh, I forgot to get one of my whips. Okay, I got it. Sorry. So, okay. The first one I'm so excited to show, the fully finished object, I've been talking about it forever, is the Goodnight Kitty pillow. And it is oversized on purpose. It's a little bit like taller than I was trying to do. I kind of forgot the dimensions I did on the past two that I had done. So cute. So if you guys have been following me on Instagram at all for a while, this material is from the quilt that I had done, and it's I had quite a bit left over, and some of it was scraps, and so I just thought it looked really nice with the fabric, with the hand dyed by Rolanda fabric. So there it is. And the heart fabric is actually scraps from from another quilt too. And I've used it on another Goodnight Kitty pillow. And then I got this brand new because I didn't have enough to go with, to use it on this bigger area of any other purple that looked good with it. So just bit the bullet, just got some new fabric. Oh, so painful. Just kidding. It's not that painful. But I actually do hate to have to get new stuff sometimes when I'm like, oh, I just barely don't have enough. So anyway, so that's it. And I'm not giving it to the niece that I originally planned because someone else claimed it in my house. I won't say who. But that's okay. I'm happy to give it to them. So okay, and then the finish, I actually finished it last night, is the Goodnight Kitty that I'm really gonna give to my niece. I think it probably, I don't know, I think it probably fits her better, so it's good, it's okay. So there it is. I changed her eyes to brown and it just looks so pretty. I love it. Goes really well with the yellow. So I should have an oversized pillow ready pretty soon, possibly at the end of the day. I don't know, we'll see. So there's that. And then oh yeah, I actually had two fully finished objects. I just got this one done like a while back, so kind of forgot about it. But yeah, this soda stitch piece that I had done a couple years ago, I finally got it done. So I don't know if you want to see the back, but I didn't put felt on it or anything. But I just kind of whipped that up real quick. But anyway, I spray painted the Turkish hoop, and then I used like a gray mixed with like a metallic paint, and then with like, I think it was a cheesecloth. Just kind of like lightly rubbed it over there, and I think it turned out pretty cool. So I really like it. And yeah, and young Sunny from Soda Stitch, she's been the designer. She photoshopped this hoop onto other pieces that she put up for sale recently, like her new pieces. I was like, oh, that's my hoop. She asked me, to use the fully finished object picture that I put up of this one on Instagram, and if she could use it for her Soda Stitch Design Etsy page. And so I said, yeah, I'd love that. That'd be great. And she gave me a pattern, and then she used the Turkish hoop that I had made different to go with the Halloween finish. But anyway, that's what if people don't know what the Turkish hoops normally look like, when they come to you. side is like, okay, there we go. See, it's like textured. It's just really cool I really love that texture. So maybe some ideas if people haven't thought of that before. I'm sure, you know, lots of people have, but, you know, people who watch me maybe. So yeah, anyway. And then, let's see. Oh, and then my works in progress that I've started. I have not actually, I have not started a couple of them I really want to start, but I just haven't had time yet, but I will. The Stitcher's Verse and Spirits of the Dead. I want to start both of those in the next, probably this week. Oh, my magnets are sticking to my scissors. Okay, so this is my progress on Dance, Dance, Dance by Mama Witch Cross Stitch. Oh, see through. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can. There we go. Oh. Yeah, that's about how far I've gotten. Not too bad. Now that I'm done with the Goodnight Kitty, I can work harder on that one. And it's super fun to do. It's really just quick and, you know, it's pretty basic in a very good way. So, you know, like where you don't get bored of it because it's too basic, but it's, you know, you get to switch colors in a good, you know, pace. So, yeah. And I got this awesome project bag, but I can't remember who did it. So I'll put the link in the description box to their shop. But isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it so much. It was actually, I think maybe they forgot about my order somewhere in their shop, but or in their mail outs or something, because seemed like there was a delay, and then I messaged them, and then it was like the label got, you know, started actually going through the postal system. So but yeah, it's, and you know, really beautiful, like really good stuff, craftsmanship, I guess. So yeah, I love it. And so I've been using that one for the Dance, Dance, Dance. And then the other project bag that I just got is from Studio. So my haul, I guess I'm like going right into the haul. The Studio 88 West is who made this from Etsy. So I actually love this one, and I'm super excited to use it for something. I just, you know, haven't started the like the Spirits of the Dead yet. I probably put that one in here as it'll christen my beautiful Halloween project bag. Look at that! Isn't that awesome? Oh my gosh, I'm such a color person. I really do love color. So yeah, and then and it's got this little. I love the purple zipper, and then it has the ghost with the pumpkin charm. So that's quite the glare. That's the only problem with the vinyl. Okay. Oh, okay. And then I saved this to open with you. So, it's like this through the mail Christmas book by Craftawaybooks, and they just wrote the cutest letter to go with this. I was like, I'm getting it, because the letter was just, it described cross stitchers so well. You know, they get it. So okay, so here we go. Here it is. Oh, how cute. A cross stitch Christmas handcrafted holidays. It's pretty cute. I love that. And then the back. I don't really get a lot of cross stitch books, so, ooh, did you hear that crack of the spine? Oh yeah, so nice. Oh, there's so many great things in here. They have the, oh, here we go. I was going to say they have the patterns just right there on the page on most of them, but here, let's see if I can show you some of that. So pretty exciting how just to have a variety there that you can tap into if you ever want to, you know, just have a bug to do something different. Yeah. So really pretty and delicate and then kind of fun. Yeah. Yeah, I can't, they have patterns on the rest of it, so I can't show that, but oh man, I am so all over the place. I forgot to show you my Disney whip. So here's my Cats of Disney stitch along. I actually haven't done Simba, Nala, oh, I think Rufus, maybe, or no, Bagheera, and then Rufus. And then down here is the Cheshire Cat. So, and then there's like one more, and I can't remember his name, but yeah, so I've done kind of my favorite so far, but I will get to it. But they're so cute, aren't they? I love them. It's the first Disney I've ever done. So, Abbie Sue Designs, she's doing the stitch along. You have to, I love these needle minders. I just want to show you. Like, oh, isn't she cute? Her little honey pot. Probably Ever After clays, and that I made into a needle minder. And then this one, I can't even remember where I got it. It is so cute. A little cat in a coffee cup. And then I made this little guy, Marie on the milk carton. I made that into a needle minder. My husband, because it was a pin I got from Hot Topic, and my husband ground the little needle pointy part of the pin off at the back for me so I could make it into a needle minder. So thank you, husband. Yeah, so those are my whips that I've been working on. So, and I still have not backstitched that Arcadian Angel, to my eternal shame. So, let's see. Okay, so Mad Morty, amazing stitcher. I just met her, like I met the Coven ladies, and just been, you know, was chatting with them a lot. I think it was last week, and some of them watched sorry some of them watched my Flosstube, and she said, well, how about we take a look at that whole, you know, that Christmas album with the stockings, because yeah, because I only had shown a couple of them, and she's like, yeah, let's check it out. So she I'm, you know, showing this because, you know, she asked, and I mean, it's probably about time, right? I mean, it's Halloween's not totally over, but anyway, so I've shown that picture on Instagram, but that's my mom's helping to sew the stockings. Like kind of when I first started doing the stockings, my mom and I had, you know, come up with the idea to make one for everybody in the family. I mean, it probably was my mom that was wanting me to, but I thought it was a great idea, and, you know, I love my family, so, you know, I just thought, well, that'll be a really good way to kind of give everybody an heirloom, and everyone was, most of my siblings were just starting out their families, and some of them weren't even married yet. I don't think, yeah, some of them weren't even married when I first started that project. So I have 4 brothers and 1 sister, and yeah, so just thumbing past my family, like my husband's and my 2 kids and mine, because I will just get them out and show you guys on a future video. But here's my dad's. So heavy. Yeah, so there's my dad's, and this is, I believe this was like a Dimensions Gold kit, full coverage. I can't remember the name of it anymore, but like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm probably not going to remember the names of almost any of these because I did them like 20 years ago. So, yeah, so we'll not, oh, it was 20 years ago. Yeah. Some of them I did that long ago. Okay, and this one was from my mom. And I covered their names because I actually have no idea if they would want their names on Flosstube or not, so I'm just leaving them off. So, I mean, it's kind of a shame because some of them I really like how the font turned out. But yeah, hers was full coverage. It was another Dimensions Gold kit. So yeah, that was fun. Oh, and one major mistake I made on this one, I just saw it. See, like on the sky in the background there, like next to the halo, kind of going like perpendicular to the halo, is like where I think I ran out of like the kit floss, the blue. I don't know what I did. I probably had to frog a bunch or something, and so then I had to go buy new blue or something because it's different. I think, like, I know I made a mistake on that one. And then this was also like before I knew about Q snaps or anything like that. And so I used like one of those wooden frames where you like nail it. So see that little let's see, that little flower right there. That was actually like a hole in the frame, you know, from the frame, from nailing it to the frame, because, you know, stockings, how they're shaped, and I didn't probably, you know, realize that. And so anyway, so I stitched a little extra flower on there to cover the hole. So I never used a wooden frame again because I had done a lot of work. So, and I didn't appreciate that hole by the time I had done all that work. I'm like, oh no, how can that be, you know, remedied or salvaged? So, okay, and then this is for my my oldest brother. And yeah, that was, oh my gosh, my face is so close. This is from like a book. I think The Stockings Were Hung was the book by the Cooler Studios. And I actually changed this, I think it was a B, into an I. So that was fun. And then I totally changed the font for this, for his, yeah, it was like made it quite curly. Oh, something just dropped. Kind of curly looking and like really golden for the font. So pretty. So let's see. And then this was actually the first one I did. It was for my youngest brother, who's 9 years younger. And, you know, I just thought this was so adorable. And I believe this is Ruth Moorhead, so I mean, I had to do it. If you've watched my other Flosstubes, I absolutely love Ruth Moorhead. So I think this is like Christmas Cuddles or something like that. I think that's the name of it, maybe. So yeah, my mom actually helped me. She helped me by designing a pattern for the stocking. So there could be, you know, so it could be like velvet on the outside, and so the piping would be on the front, so it would kind of like make the pattern, make the design really kind of pop and stand out more. All right, so so the next one is was for an in-law. So that was also from the Stockings Were Hung book. So really cute. And he picked that out himself. Thus far, I think everybody had picked, like my mom and dad picked theirs out. My little brother probably just, you know, approved the one that I picked for him, and it was a kit. That one, the Ruth Moorhead one, was not Dimensions. It came in a kit. That's what I was gonna say. Also, Stockings Were Hung book. I love this one. it has this like faux fur fabric that, you know, with the piping and the backing. And it was like such a freaking like bear to sew that. And I can't remember if I did it or if my mom did it or if both of us were sewing on it and we're just like, this is so slippery. So anyway, but it was worth it. I love how that turned out. And I think I already talked about that one that I used for one of my nieces that was a sampler stocking, because I had to use it again because it was so beautiful, the result was. Anyway, so then one of my nephews got this one, and that is, I honestly can't remember. I think it's Linda Gillum, and I think it was in the Stockings Were Hung book also. Let's try it. I don't know if you can, oh, there we go, that's better. Better look at it. Oh gosh, this one was so fun and delightful to make. All the toys, and it was just really a quick stitch up, and it's, you can't really tell, but it's like a dark green velvet back and piping. I always enjoyed picking the satin and the velvet out. That was one of the most fun parts of all of it, doing these. And for a niece, and that was from a kit, and maybe Ruth Moorhead, I don't remember, but yeah, so that was a kit. And then I didn't like the floss on this one, so it was like kind of thin, so I supplemented the floss with DMC, so I actually, you know, would add more floss. And I used to do 4/1 on 14 Aida a lot, and yeah, so I probably did that here, and then I switched out a lot of the black back stitching to more of just like a darker color of whatever the piece was that I was back stitching. So a lot of this was like, you know, green, so I back stitched in green, that kind of thing. So just kind of make it look a little more like, I don't know, textured or somewhat more realistic, I guess. I don't know, they don't look realistic at all, but I think you might get the picture. So then another niece, Stockings Were Hung book also. And then I kind of freaked out because I actually had made this area up here, like from here to here. I had done one stitch too much, and her name was really long, so it actually ended up where it fit her name perfectly. So I was like, that is the definition of a happy mistake. So yeah, so I love this one. It's really pretty. I mean, this is not something that I would choose to like make myself, but I mean, it really fit her. Like, she ended up really loving music. My sister picked this out for her, and when she was just a baby or a toddler, and she really ended up loving music. They were kind of musical family. Yeah, and then I used like a royal blue velvet. It was like a velveteen, and that was really easy to sew with compared to all the faux fur and the velvet. So that was nice. And then for a brother, for one of my brothers, yeah, that was the last brother that I've shown, and that got cut off in the picture, but that's okay. That's the one thing about the stockings that has been probably the most frustrating, to kind of document what I've done, what I've made, is like getting a good picture of their, you know, but I mean, it's just like the shadowing is weird, the lighting kind of, it's just hard to get them all, every bit of it just right and within one picture, so I have to take several. But yeah, so yeah, that's really super cute. It's kind of like a match to the one I did for my sister. It's kind of full coverage, kind of not. And for an in-law, whoa, this is a little tricky, but I don't want to get them all out. Yeah, so this one, I think probably a couple of them already I've shown, maybe, but I flipped like the picture like horizontal, or the pattern, And this one, I for sure did that because my sister-in-law requested that, and it was a total learning experience for me. But this one that I did that with, my husband helped me design these, the font to go the other way. But then there ended up being like a mistake in the pattern, and so I was just like, this doesn't look right, you know, when I was looking at the example picture and then trying to stitch what was on the pattern. And I wrote to them, you know, I emailed the dimensions, it was Dimensions Gold, and they were like, yeah, there's a mistake in there, and, you know, we're sorry about that. And they offered me a free kit and gave me a few choices. Just one second. Okay. Oh, and so then a niece. Yeah, so I think that was another Ruth Moorhead. And I actually changed the hair color on all of these because I wanted to give it some variety, because all of them were blonde before, and this came in a kit. I think it was also Ruth Moorhead, and it was a navy blue background, and yeah, and then I changed something else. I think it had a, like, across here was all red, maybe something like that. Angel Trio, something like that. And anyway, so I took that out, added snowflakes up by the name. And over at Diane's Cross Stitch shop in Orem, Utah, I had gotten this kind of sagey green Ada to replace that navy blue. And I have to say, I love how it turned out. And I also did change out that back stitch like I did with the cat one for my other niece that I showed. Okay, and another niece. So let's see. So yeah, that another Ruth Moorhead, and this was kind of an older one at the time. I got it off of eBay, and I changed the hair color out again. You know, kind of made it more variety, like a redhead, a brunette, and a blonde angel. And I changed the name, the font, to like more of a like multi-color, you know, gradation. Anyway, I had done that from one of the Christmas stocking books on a nephew's, and I loved it, and you'll see it because I'll show you in a second here. And so I copied that font. Was it his or was it a different one? Anyway, I did copy it from a different pattern, and then did that because you know, put that font on that one because I just wanted to like kind of make it look a little more like full. The other name was like a little more of like a sampler looking kind of a name. So, okay, and then another nephew, and this is a Linda Gillum, and it was from, I have shown you guys the book before that it came from, Christmas stockings or something, probably Cooler Studio maybe, but yeah, it's like Father Winter, something like that, with all the little cute woodland animals. And I really enjoyed this one, and I love kind of like that mint green. So the satin inside of this one is mint green, and the velvet is a dark, like a chocolate brown. You just can't tell. They're so beautiful in person. I really believe that, but the pictures just don't do them justice. So I think pictures really don't do our cross stitching justice for the most part. I think maybe, you know, most people would agree because you know what yours look like in person, but then there's just like that texture and that you know, subtle color change and stuff throughout it that, you know, creates the illusion of the shadows, the light. Anyway, so then this is the free stocking kit that I got from Dimensions because of that mistake on the other sister-in-law's stocking pattern. So yeah, so this is, can't remember, but definitely Dimensions Gold. Full coverage, 18 count. I remember the ones that are 18 count and full coverage. But yeah, so I mean, you obviously can see it's full coverage, but yeah, like when it's 18 count or something smaller, I'm like, yeah, I remember that. It took longer. So, but a lot of tent stitching in the top and in the bottom. So, but it was really fun, and there's just like a tiny bit of beading in there, and so, you know, that was a little nice for a little change. But anyways, oh, you can see the name on that. Oh well. Let's see. I've shown you that before. And then this one I absolutely love. I just did this one. A couple, you can see the name. It's not that big of a deal, honestly, but I just try to be polite to, you know, not be like, put their names out there so much with my stuff. And that's, yeah, anyway, but this one's so cute, right? I love this. And I think I changed the border around and I changed the font for his name because, you know, I don't know, I just wanted it to, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I did. I used the font that was his, used on his mom's stocking. The black background, Canticle Angel, was his mom's stocking. So anyway, oh, my cat. But yeah, it's so cute, right? Santa just sledding with the penguins. I love that so much. He's so adorable. That was the last stocking that I've done. That was a couple years ago. And then to my in-laws, my mother-in-law picked these and said, can you do these for us? We want some. And so she picked the shepherd's bush. I can't remember which one this is, maybe Harry. But that was so fun and super fast. Oh my gosh. And then I didn't do velvet on these. I just picked some really fun kind of fabric that would go with them. So this is like a blue background with white or cream color stars. Yeah. Oh, so fun. Oh, this one. Sorry, just one sec. And pictures are slipping around in here. Okay, there. And then, so that was my father-in-law's, and then this is my mother-in-law's. I can't remember the name of this one. Yeah. But yeah, that's a shepherd's bush, obviously. And yeah, I just did a purple print piping, like a calico fabric. So yeah, I mean the pearl, I think is the pearl cotton skeins are really, you know, different for me to use, but they were, you know, beautiful. I was kind of surprised how beautiful they turned out. So yeah. So everybody, there's most of the stockings that I've done. I'll show you my family's stockings later. So Mad Morty, there they were. And then I wanted to do, let's see, a couple shout outs for people that I've just, you know, been newly watching, and some people that I met from the coven. So Stitchy Cat Lady 26 on Flosstube, Joe, and she has like amazing taste. Like her Hades, she has fantasy, a lot of fantasy stuff, and she just showed like her first piece that she did for her grandma. And I was actually going to show you guys that too, and I forgot to get it down, but that's okay, and I'll show next time. So she did that, and showed those things, like her first pieces on her last Flosstube, and you know, just great stuff. And you can just tell like she's really into stitching, and that's one thing that I just like really appreciate, is like when people are just like super into it, and they just, you know, they want to see the pieces. And I think most stitchers are like that. They want to see each other's pieces, they want to see the whips. I mean, just we're like so motivated by and just, you know, just happy to see that other people are into, you know, this beautiful craft. So, and then there's okay, sorry. So yeah, I love that about us. Like we you know, the cross stitchers and crafters, you know, we're like inspired by each other, and you know, we just I don't know, like I'm over there like ooh ah when I watch people's Flosstubes, because I'm really just so, I just think I'm so in love with the craft, you know. So you know, I love that about us. So it's like it's not so heavily competitive as maybe you'd think it could be, but I think most people are just like more just like feel that synergy and are just into it, like the stitch alongs, that's more synergy, and you know, and it's just exciting. So anyway, so and I went and got down the piece I did for my grandma when I was, I guess, 14, and she had this in her house when she passed away, and my so it was recovered and given to me. So yeah, so that's I did a little lamb. So yeah, I love it. I see it and I'm like, oh, she kept that. Like, just makes me happy. So let's see, and then yeah, so Mad Morty, so Flosstube, hers is awesome. Like, I love oh, I was gonna say Mad Morty's Hardanger. She had a Christmas Hardanger piece that she showed in her first Flosstube. That was just like fabulous. I love it. I mean, I've only done one Hardanger, and it was like this big, a little heart, and I kind of want to remake it because it was really, really pretty and it was fast. But yeah, her, you know, the Hardanger that she did is, you know, like on a green, I think a green background, and it's just way more ornate and detailed than the one I did. But I mean, I'm intimidated by the Hardingers that are like that. Like, I don't think I'd, you know, tackle that immediately, but one day I do want to do like a really nice kind of like, you know, bigger Hardanger piece, maybe, I don't know, 8 by 10 or something. But anyway, so then the Stitching Penguin Chloe, or wait, is it Cross Stitch Penguin? I think it's Cross Stitch Penguin. Chloe, I binged on all of her Flosstubes, and she's just like a total aesthetic. Like, she loves, like blue, like light blues, and you know, she loves like sparkles and snow and penguins, and then her nails like match her pieces when she's showing her pieces. And so I was just like, oh, and her voice is like really soft and sweet. And so yeah, I was just like, kind of at first I kind of tried to, you know, listen to anything I'm listening to really on the internet. Like, I'll be trying to do like errands or my chores or stitching or something, and I had the phone on my seat when I was driving. I didn't have headphones in, and I tried her first Flosstube that I would have watched of hers. I don't know if it was number 1 or the last one she had done, but her voice was so soft. I was like, okay, I can't hear her at all. I have to like listen to her at home. So anyway, so then I ended up doing that just while I was stitching and had headphones in, and you know, it was awesome. I loved listening to her. So anyway, and her pieces are great. Like, the piece that she's doing of her grandfather is amazing, and she's gotten so far on it. And I mean, it's just really awesome that she's doing that of her grandfather to honor him. But yeah, and all her other whips and her finished pieces. And I love how she finishes hoops with like the pom-poms, and it's just really creative, and you know, she can just tell she's like really into it, and I love that. So then there's the Penguin Stitcher, Ashley, on Flosstube, and she's also both of, you know, Chloe's also on Instagram, and Ashley's also on Instagram and on Flosstube. And she's so supportive and so sweet, and she, you know, commented on all my Flosstube videos and let me know she'd watched all of them and caught up and encouraged me to make more, and I love that. See, that's what I'm talking about, like that synergy is just great. Yeah, but she's like funny, and she's really fun and bouncy, and she's so welcoming, and I love the whips she's doing. And she's making like Harry Potter, like a bunch of full coverage Harry Potter, And there's one with the cat, like a Harry Potter kind of cat with the, oh, you know, it's just like amazing that she's almost done with, and I can't remember what it's called, and I'm sorry. And then, let's see, and then I'm also doing the stitching, or the Stitchers verse. I'm going to start doing that as a stitch along with Ashley and Chloe. So I'm excited about that. They, you know, Chloe asked me to, you know, join in. So I'm like, heck yeah, I will, because I already had it, and I wanted to do it already. And then the Giddy Stitcher, Michelle, she did a Biscornu for, and I don't know how to say it either, but she did a Biscornu for Halloween, and her video is so cool. Like, it shows you how to do it, and I haven't been motivated to try a Biscornu before because I wasn't like super into all the patterns, although a lot of them are really cute and everything, but I love Halloween stuff. So she did a Halloween Biscornu, you know, how-to video of, you know, so anyway, so I'm going to try that. I already got it. Kind of, it's like a donate to get the pattern, whatever amount. Okay, and then, sorry, I'm trying to keep it kind of short, but it's not at all. And then I was going to show a couple of my hauls and the future projects, but I'm not going to do that because it's already been too long. So yeah, and then Chris Cross Stitch, his Flosstube has been so awesome lately. I haven't watched all of them yet, but I love that he like really makes an effort to make like everybody who goes to his channel feel special. And people have said like, oh, you know, you're like the Mr. Rogers of YouTube or Flosstube, and he loves that. You know, he's like, oh, I can't hold a candle to him, but you know, Mr. Rogers he did do that. He tried to make sure like everybody felt included, and each individual felt, you know, special or like they mattered. And so I think it's amazing that like Chris Cross Stitch tries to like answer every single person. And I mean, like, if I had that many followers, I don't know if I would commit to that, but I think that is amazing that he's trying. And my voice is not so good right now, but but I did this class last year, and where we studied we studied a lot of different people in, like, say, in history or entertainment. It, you know, just kind of depends. Sometimes it's in like war, or, you know, just kind of like different categories throughout like history. But anyway, one of them was people men in entertainment who, you know, made a positive difference. And Mr. Rogers was one of them that we studied for a month. And there was a song that I love that he did we did a variety show, and to kind of mirror what Mr. Rogers had done with his neighborhood. And so the class and I did this variety show, and everybody kind of showed off, you know, whatever talent or whatever skill they wanted to kind of, you know, share and show, you know, the audience, you know, this is their way to say I love you, to share of their talents. And so I think, you know, the song's like, there are many ways to say I love you. There are many ways to show you care. Many ways, many ways, many ways to say I love you. And then they did like the cooking way, and they like, Mr. Rogers had, you know, done like different verses of you know, what people do to show that, or say I love you, but, you know, showing it. And so I think for us it's there's the stitching way to say I love you. There's the stitching way to say you care. The stitching way, the stitching way, the stitching way to say I love you. So, so I hope I didn't just like embarrass everybody as much as I embarrassed myself, but you know, for me, that's how stitching has like always been, is that's the way I show people that I love them, because I feel like I don't, you know, always have the right words or anything like that. So like if I can make something and I know, you know, for sure that I've made that gesture, you know, to show people really, I really love you, you know. Anyway, so on Instagram, I have 1,000 followers. I've reached that. And so I am going to start on that, you know, process of doing a drawing, or yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do it on the wheel, if I'm just gonna do it in a bowl with like papers. So we'll see, but it should be a pretty good bag of loot that I send to someone who wins. So I think I'll probably have people just like comment on a post about the 1,000 follower giveaway, and then I'll draw from the names of whoever's commented and whoever is following me on Instagram. So you have to be following in order to qualify if you comment. So anyway, hope you guys have a great week, and you know, it's great to see you again, and happy vibes and happy stitching, happy crafting.